Good afternoon. My name is Steve Havey. I'm the the chair of the Public Safety Committee. I'd like to call to order the Public Safety Committee for August 6th. Our very first thing on the agenda is our roll call, please.
Mr. Havey.
Here.
Mr. Stockin.
Here.
Mr. Barnes.
Present.
Mr. Bissett.
Here.
Mr. Demick.
Here.
Mr. Healy.
Here.
Mrs. Ricketts Wales.
Here.
And Mr. Harris. 7 present.
Thank you. We're going to approve the agenda. I would like to make one small correction to the agenda, if I might. We're going to move new business ahead of unfinished, because during unfinished, we are going to have a executive session, and we will be having no business at the very end after that executive session. So new business will come before unfinished business if I can get a motion to approve the agenda.
Barnes.
Thank you. Thank you. Any discussion on that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. We need to now do the approval of minutes for July 2nd.
Bissett, move.
Thank you.
Barnes.
Thank you. Any discussion on those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And those minutes are approved. I have on my agenda Mr. Ian Jones, our district attorney. Sir, good afternoon.
There's a few items to get to, but before we discuss any of that, I would just state that the monthly report's submitted. I'm happy to take any questions if there are any before we move on to the other stuff.
Okay, any questions for the DA? It looks like you've been busy.
Okay.
Job security.
Amen. Yep.
Okay, we have some requests here from you.
We do. I'll start off with the request to fill. This is a position that's open. We do have somebody lined up and ready to go. If this gets approved, we'll be able to add somebody, much needed ADA to the staff. So.
Okay, that's your assistant district attorney, and we'll take a motion for that.
Healy will move it.
Thank you. In a second.
Ricketts Wales.
Thank you. And discussion on this position. Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried. Okay.
So the next
up.
is create and fill for 2 positions. These are, I think it says, yes, transitional hires or temporary positions. These essentially are going, it states on the form they're going to sunset as of 1/1/26. In reality, it'll actually be sooner than that. We have one of our ADAs who will be leaving the office about 1 month from now, another one scheduled to leave the office as of October 31st. This will enable us to get people in the door now who are ready to join the office, and we do actually have people lined up. It's kind of a luxury that we have right now that we haven't had in years, is some people who are ready, willing, and able to join us. So really, these will be very part-time, and they'll just kind of, fall into the positions once they're vacated. So it'll be very short-term temporary positions, if that makes sense. If not, I can try to explain it better.
Okay, can I have a motion, please?
Stockin.
Thank you. In a second.
Demick will second.
Thank you. Now for discussion.
Do you have this in your budget?
Oh, geez, Fred.
Somebody had to ask it.
I think I've worked with Mr. Jones on this, and I'm pretty confident that this will be within his budget or just maybe a little bit over, but it should be fine for this year.
I took one for the team there.
I'd
Just
like
so you know.
You
I'd
did
like
well.
to point out the large period of time that we've had vacancies that haven't had to be paid out. I think
Good.
would more than make up for these this month to 6 weeks that we'll deal with a little extra. So thanks for the question though, Fred.
I have a question,
Go ahead.
Mr. Chair. So basically, these are overlaps.
For now,
sort
yeah,
of.
they're gonna yes.
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
Pretty much. That's one way to put it.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, very good. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is carried.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything for, yes, sir.
Very, very
Yes,
good.
Mr. District Attorney, I'm not going to tie you up here too long because we're already behind schedule. But I've been on the news, on the national news, there's been a lot of talk recently about conspiracies, and this be a federal statute, I'm sure. But New York State also has a statute for conspiracies. Is that correct?
Well, it depends on how you define the term conspiracy. Sounds like you might be, I don't know what you're talking about in terms of criminal conspiracy to commit a crime, conspiring to commit a crime. We certainly
Right.
have statutes on the books for that. I thought you were going like conspiracy theory here when we started, so I don't know.
Well, I wasn't going to
I
go
can't be the only one.
that far out in the weeds, but that would if my memory serves me right, not only a benefit for yourself, but a benefit for others, right? If you're getting benefits for somebody else, and it's through criminal acts, that would also apply under the New York State penal law. Is that
That's
correct?
a fair enough way to put it, I suppose, yes.
All right. Well, maybe I'll have a quiz question.
Sure, yeah, anytime. I
Every
appreciate
month
it,
daily.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to the Hatch Act.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
please.
Thank you.
Yeah, ask, well, there, okay. Yep.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay, thanks, everybody. I
Thank
do
you, sir.
appreciate I know we talked about the positions. I appreciate the understanding. I appreciate the county administrator's office for helping us out, so thanks, everybody.
You're welcome, and thank you very much for all you do, you and your staff. Okay. Mr. J.R. Santana Carter, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. I know you have a full agenda, so I'll be brief. I'll rest on the report submitted. Numbers are as expected. The first action I have is asking for modification of the budget. I've worked with the treasurers on this. There's some unspent funds. We're just asking that they be rolled over into the 2025 budget. There is plans for those funds. They're shared between my office and the conflicts office. Big portion will go to outfit the conflicts office, that new space with some great equipment. We did not want to purchase it in 2024 because wanted the construction to be all set and done and didn't want it just stored anywhere. So that's the plan for that money. We asked for the modification.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
Barnes.
Thank you. A second? Thank you. Okay, discussion. Ladies and gentlemen. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? That is carried. Thank you. And next we have,
Next would be an approval of a software agreement. One of my assistant public defenders went to a training out of state with the conflict defender, and they were wowed by some amazing software that was designed to aid defense counsel in criminal cases and family court cases. They both came back to me very excited, and so I believe Mr. Degnan has already asked for approval and has this same software up and running through his office. And based on the fact that I've reviewed it, IT has reviewed it, and Peter remains happy with it, I'm now ready to ask for your approval so we can get it up and running for my office.
okay. A motion, please.
Ricketts Swales.
Thank you. And a second?
Demical, second.
Thank you. Okay, discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is also carried.
Appreciate your time and consideration.
That was easy, huh?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for you and your staff. Next, we have Mr. Peter Degnan, our conflict defender.
Thank you. Everything's going good. We've gotten more people. I think right now we're at 49 active and 14 semi-active, which is really literally unbelievable. I was just up in Saratoga, and I will say that I used my time wisely, unlike JR, and I promoted the county to everyone I could meet and told them what a great place this is to work and how they love it. And I have to say, honestly, they're like, where is Allegheny County? But then there are other people who will chime in and tell them where it is, and their experience has been good. And last night I was in court, and I was talking to another attorney there, and he was just saying how much he loved to work here. So I think it is paying dividends for sure. And this attorney's not here, but I'm sure that his recruitment is because he upped his pizzazz factor. So, it's all going good. I hate to say that, but it really is, so.
Well, I can tell you, a lot of people are putting a lot of effort into making Allegheny County more attractive.
Yeah,
to,
and it's-
to
I think it's
business
working.
And to different, career paths here in the county. So this is great. We appreciate you doing that. There is no stipend from economic development, however, for you.
A good act is its own reward. So.
Appreciate it. Does anybody have any questions on the Conflict Defenders report? It looks like you're gamefully employed here.
Oh, it's busy.
Okay. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you spreading the good word of Allegheny County.
Thank you very much.
Okay, up next we have Director of Emergency Management, Mr. Scott Golden. Good afternoon, sir.
For a monthly report, pretty standard. I know it's my first brief, particularly from me for you guys. Conducted a staff meeting 1st of July, set some preliminary goals and objectives for our team.
Sorry, it's off. Can you hear me okay now?
We're good.
All right. I usually don't need it because I have a big mouth, so, you know. We did our budget meeting, starting to get my head around that a little bit better with the .NET and such, and looking at the line items and each thing. Met briefly, that's not on here, but I met briefly with Terry and Jenna about going forward on budget stuff, so that was a big help, so thanks to them. As far as grants, we continue to look for opportunities. Mandy did a training on the Candid Learning webinar. I noted that, and submitted the quarterly progress report, so pretty standard there. As far as AED and CPR, the summer youth program, there were 56 youth for that, so that was a good number. That was provided by Bonnie. And as far as our very first ever First Responders Teen Adventure Day, we paired up with the Sheriff's Office, specifically Brent Schlafer, Officer Schlafer. We held that over at the Alfred University. It was great. At the time of the writing, there were 21 signed up. We finalized with 22 after this report was sent. What actually showed up on the ground was 15, so it was the first one ever. We'll take it. I do have some photos if you're interested afterwards. The kids had a great time, good learning experience, and hopefully the objective was to generate some future EMS and firefighters for our county, and there were several that showed some different interests, so that was good, very beneficial. As far as EMS, Bonnie attended for the fire convention, 109th Fire Convention over in Andover. I attended as well. Bill would have been there, but he was up as part of his training at the academy up in Troy. That went over pretty well. As far as other trainings, got a couple note on here for Clarksville, their EVAC course, and then they're also trying to, in Clarksville, do a tentative basic wildland firefighting in September. Bill's currently up at the academy in Troy this week. He'll be back tomorrow evening, and he's going to be graduating. So I was joking and said you have the big party when you get back. So as far as our others, pretty standard stuff. Fair board meeting, EMS meeting, and Cuba Memorial. As far as administration, we did a lot of coordination. Bill specifically for state firefighting instruction, kind of setting up the schedule for the coming year for the trainings and such. So that was good. Conferences upcoming, the DHS conference end of this month. Bill and Bonnie are going to that. I'm going to stay back and cover the bases, cover the office. So looks like a good one, but didn't feel a need to be able to go to that. As far as responses, there's several on there. Of note, there was the one fatal in the town of Granger on July 26th, and then about a week ago over off of 244 on Road 2 Bravo, there was a pretty bad head-on accident there. But the response was there, and the one gentleman, I believe, went by the LifeNet. So I don't have anything further on that.
Okay. Any questions on the report from Director Golden? Okay, I see we have one piece of business.
Yes, sir.
Authorization to apply for a grant.
Yes, sir. So this is for the Recruitment and Retention Grant Program. I read it through twice. I did the little PDF file highlighting. When we have time, I like to kind of lead from a team approach, so I check with my subject matter experts with both Bill and Bonnie. The nice part about this grant is it has versatility. It can be used for either firefighting or EMS stuff. It's up to $25,000. And it has a lot of versatility, like I said, to spend on different things. The primary objective is recruitment retention, but I read it through very thoroughly, and I have no doubt that we'll be able to utilize this appropriately. And if there is, I guess, sometimes concern about spend down and such, but one of the big things I read twice and highlighted, if needed, it can be used for a new firefighter's turnout gear or turnout gear that's 10 years or older. And as you probably saw on display at the fair, we wanted the public to see just how much a full set of turnout gear costs, and it's over $14,000 for just one full set, which is a huge price. So again, if we needed to, we could get some turnout gear, so. I'm hoping to, sorry?
Okay, and a second, please. Thank you. Any discussion on this?
There is no local share on this, correct?
There is not.
No.
So it's all outside monies. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
How would you decide what fire companies might get that if, for gear example?
Excellent question. That's kind of, I'll be leaning on Bill a little bit more for that, because we want to try to be fair and such. We're going to have to go through and look at a process to kind of evaluate, maybe take some of the oldest stuff first, which would be logical, or someone that's in dire need, God forbid, something got damaged in a fire, something like that. So we'd set up some sort of a criteria for fairness. Excellent question, though. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried. Director Golden, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Okay, up next we have Scott Granatier, our probation director. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Very brief report today, just with one action item, but with the monthly report for July, I'll just note the continuous increase in pretrial work, which is our biggest workload currently and has been for the last several months. But I'll have any questions that you have on that.
Is that the one that's directed from the bench? Is that what we're speaking of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our active cases, that's the highest I think we've ever had, by double easily.
Yep.
Our staff continues to do a phenomenal job in managing these cases in very difficult situations, but we work for the best outcomes possible.
Excellent. You have any questions for the director on his report? Okay, we have one action item, I think, right?
Yes, I've wanted to request authorization for acceptance of a little bit of enlargement of our Stop DWI HVEC funding. It's the high visibility funding that the state, and we were able to get and ask for another $7,500 in addition to our 24.5 from the beginning of the year. And the state has granted that authorization. I'm just looking for permission for acceptance of that grant funding for the high visibility program.
Excellent. Any discussion? Well, let me have a motion first, I guess.
So to move.
Thank you. In a second.
Oops.
Thank you. Okay, now discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried. Excellent.
Yes, with,
Anything else that we need from you, sir?
Just real briefly, I'll just touch base on more Stop DWI. We're putting together our plan for 25-26 in the month of August. That'll be coming to the board for approval in October. We look to continue smart growth with the plan as far as a little bit of increase. I think our revenues and fines collected through prosecution and is put our balance sheet in really good shape. We're very solvent. It's been, and I'm comfortable with a little bit of increase, but I want to just kind of give you a heads up on that, what that might look like for the next year. And also with the high visibility program, we have been informed that Allegheny County has been invited to attend the Oswego Stop DWI conference this summer this year in October. For the work that the great team has done on the mock crashes, the victims impact panels, and I'd just like to note that the invitation for Jessica McKnight, Scott Lamphere, and Tim Hand from Allegheny County, who have been just tremendous in their presentation and their hard work in putting that all together, which I think we've all seen and discussed as being recognized on a state level. And I think it's pretty special. I'm very, very pleased to announce that. But I'll have more information in October on that, so.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Question?
go ahead.
So, anything on youth court?
Yes. I'm very optimistic in the plan we have ready to roll out this fall. I need to talk more and finalize some things with county administration on that, but I think we've got a tremendous plan. Without going into too much detail, I'm very optimistic we're going to have a very solid youth court.
Good, thank you.
I think I just want to add to that I've made a pitch to re-energize that program right along, and I know Scott is working on it, and I also know that Social Services is working on it. Don't be surprised if you don't hear something similar from Don later in the month on that, but I think we're excited. Hopefully we can get that up and running again.
Well, I would think there'd be some possible funding out there too, especially since the state decided no bail, no jail is their way to go, that more of their focus would be on the school-age children and trying to have positive influence on their behavior at those ages to prevent some of those problems. But I'm glad to hear it hasn't died out, and it's.
No, it's, in fact, I'm holding back my enthusiasm here because I think you're going to be very pleased. Don, the Commissioner of Social Services and the County Administration and I have been discussing this, and in relation to the funding opportunities out there, I think you'll see Don and I maybe present together in the very near future as far as kind of what this plan looks like moving forward.
Well, many thanks to both of you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Mr. Fenton, sir.
Yeah, not only is he a great supervisor for our probation department, but
Oh, no.
I had the opportunity to listen to his drumming over the weekend, and it was really good. So he can play the drums real well, too, so.
Multi-talented.
Well, I don't know. Thank you very much for that, but
The whole band was excellent.
I'll stick with this, but thank you very much. It was a very fun time. It's great to get out and do things like that in the community.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for the director? I guess you're on.
Okay.
Dismissed, sir.
Thank you very
so
much,
much.
everybody.
Thanks for all you do and your
Yep.
staff
Yep,
as
thank
well. Next, we have our sheriff, Mr. Scott Cicerello. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello again. Yeah, my reports, a few things I'd like to note. I made reference to the Allegheny County Fair this year, and we had met regularly. Lieutenant Hand was in charge of the liaison from our office to the Fair Board, and the Fair Director, Dave Jennings. They made a lot of changes this year to infrastructure. They had some paving done, some fencing, some concrete barriers, changed ingress, egress points. Definitely had an impact. Definitely overall a much safer and secure environment, which was our goal from the beginning. I will say Dave was awesome to work with this year. A lot of advancements, very good experience, and we're looking forward to continuing our partnership with the Fair Board. Any questions on that? Okay. You see in my initial summary report that we finally received all the money that we were owed for back payments from the Office of Court Administration, totaling $584,000 and change. We're glad that that's finally behind us and we've been made whole. The Allegheny County 911 Center experienced an outage in our non-emergency lines a couple weeks back. My concern wasn't so much there's going to be outages, things like that are going to happen. They did not affect the 911 comms at all. It was the non-emergency lines and it was intermittent. My concern was it took almost 4 days to remedy. So we're working with Verizon and our vendor AK to figure out exactly what happened. And we're hoping we can put a plan in place to at least minimize impact to us going forward as far as time getting it rectified. As our emergency manager referenced, we had our first responder teen adventure day in Alfred. It was a great turnout, over 20 kids. And again, the idea behind this is to get the next generation to get involved in first response. So EMS, fire, and law enforcement. It was a great success by every measure. Everybody that I've talked to said it was a great success. They've already asked us if we'd be willing to do it again next year, and we're planning on doing that going forward. I can't think of a better way to try and have some outreach to our youth. And Alfred was a great host for us. So we are hoping to make this an annual thing.
Oh, super.
In reference to also our volunteers, Scott also referenced there was a serious motor vehicle accident on State Route 244 in the town of Amity, a head-on collision. We don't see many accidents like this anymore where you have two vehicles with a head-on. Both occupants, drivers of each vehicle, were trapped in the vehicle. One vehicle was on its side. The driver was trapped upside down. The vehicle was on fire. It couldn't really have been any worse as far as the response is concerned. What impressed me was the response from law enforcement, fire, and EMS. We have really top-level volunteers and paid providers in this county. We are very, very fortunate to watch the different fire agencies in the extrication. SIO and Angelica handled the extrication of one vehicle, and Belmont Fire in the other. MTS on location. Mercy Flight landed right next to the scene and took the most critical patient. It couldn't have gone any better, and there were very serious, significant injuries. So I just want to point out that we are very, very fortunate to have the first responders that we do in this county, and we need to keep doing everything that we're doing to try and increase volunteerism. Lastly, I just want to report that since May of this year, we have hired 12 corrections officers since May. And as we're preparing for a deputy sheriff exam, we have around 14 of our employees that are interested in taking the exam to become a deputy. Since I've been here, in my time, the most we've ever had on a deputy exam was 2 people. So we're doing something right. And I have to give some credit here to HR, Bobby Buttinger and Ashley, as far as us being able to streamline the hiring process, especially for corrections officers. They've worked with us on a daily basis, working out the bugs and being able to get them in quicker, process them quicker, and get them started. We have more people in field training right now than we've had in 2 years at one time. So the process is working, the cooperation between the offices in this county is working, and I'm very optimistic for the first time in a long time with recruitment and retention.
How many openings do you have for deputy sheriff?
7 currently.
Thank
7 vacancies, and we have, right now, we're sitting at 5 vacancies for correction officer, but we just had a retirement, and we have another retirement pending, so that 5 will turn into 7, and we're hoping to fill those with some of these new hires.
And that's a promotion internally?
For deputy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. That's all I have for the report. Any questions?
Questions on the report for the sheriff?
Mr. Havey?
Yes, go ahead, Jan.
Scott, you mentioned that they have to take this physical fitness. Is that only
Yes.
for the deputies? All your correction officers don't have to?
There's no physical fitness requirement for corrections officer. It's only for deputy
All
sheriffs.
deputies, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'd like to commend the sheriff on the amount of information that he gives us in the report. Some people might think this is overkill, but I read it all, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome. We're trying to be as transparent as possible.
Other questions for the sheriff?
Anything else, any other business?
Yeah, we have-
We do. We have
We have a couple of things.
an MOE. get to it here.
Okay, you're gonna save it for the end? Okay, all right. Don't let me forget you, okay?
Okay. Okay, well, we've got an MOE to apply for a grant. It's for a CARES Up mini grant for $3,000. There is no county share. It's a straight up funding for the CARES Up. It's a wellness program grant.
Okay. I'll take a motion for that.
Ilya, move it.
In a second?
So,
Thank you. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried and approved.
The last MOE is for permission to enter into an agreement with Chemung, Schuyler, and Steuben counties to establish a Southern Tier Regional Public Safety Radio and Operability Network. This network will enable the member counties to operate and manage a wide area mission-critical land mobile radio system to maintain, for which will include maintenance costs and critical communications infrastructure.
Demick will move that.
Thank you. Second?
Ilya, second it.
Thank you. Discussion?
I want to say it's a real good move, I think.
Appreciate that.
Other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? And that is carried. Thank you, Sheriff. Oh, and Mr. Healy has something at the end. I almost forgot you.
So every time I drive north of the village of Belmont and towards the I-86, as I approach the intersection of County Road 20 and State Highway 19, and then from there also up to exit 30 on I-86, the traffic there is, it's always with an accident waiting to happen. I think both from, the speed of the vehicles or just the general traffic flow. And I was wondering, there used to be, I know when I worked for the state police years ago, there used to be a form, it was a traffic safety report form that a police agency could file. I'm not sure if it was just limited to police agencies now that I think back, but I know the state police could file it anytime there was an accident or they saw any potential hazard that was, out there, and it went to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, and Transportation, New York State Department of Transportation, and then they would come out and take a look at the situation and make some determinations. Obviously, I think there needs to be another lane put in there, maybe two from 86 down to there. Is that something, I don't know, you guys don't handle that many investigations of the accidents per se, but is that something you could take a look at and maybe feel comfortable in having the Department of Transportation look at that intersection?
Yeah, I think the perfect venue for that would be our Traffic Safety Board. We can address it there. We can bring your comments to them. And there's a member of DOT present for that meeting, member of the board, and we can take a look at it. There have been some significant accidents there in the last couple of years. So if you're perceiving that to be an issue, we can certainly put that on their radar and take a look at it.
Well, I do. I don't know if you do or if you think it's worth taking a look at it or not. I mean, you're the sheriff, so.
Yeah, I mean, we can certainly take a look at it. Frankly, I'm not up in that direction very often, so we can certainly, we do have a form. The deputies have it too. We had it in the state police. It was called a traffic survey form, where you just make notes of traffic patterns, speeds of vehicles, that type of thing, where you can kind of start to see patterns if there's an issue. We can certainly, we've got a deputy that right now is in field training. We can certainly make that a part of the assignment.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else for the sheriff? Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Yep.
Thank you and your entire staff for everything you do.
Thank you.
Up next on the agenda will be new business. Does anyone have any new business? Okay, we're going to go into unfinished business. I have a couple of things. Does anyone else have any unfinished business before we do that? Okay. Going into unfinished business, I have a couple of topics here. These have been addressed in some fashion before. Meetings have been held, but the entire board, I don't think, is aware of what we've done. And I just wanted to make everybody aware and decide maybe on some next steps. We're not trying to solve anything here because we don't have time. But we can do that in the very near future, I hope. First off, Public Information Officer for Emergency Services, and we did have a meeting about that, and I was wondering if the county administrator might want to kind of run through what we had discussed on that one. Is that something you could do for me?
Hold on just a moment.
Certainly.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I should have told you that. I didn't mean to spring it on you.
So this is the Public Information Officer one? Is
Yes,
it?
please.
Okay. We've had some conversations about that. It's been a couple of months now. That's prior to hiring our Director of Emergency Management, Mr. Golden. The way we have left that is just trying to improve our internal communication system, working with the Sheriff's Office and Emergency Management, DPW, as well as IT, trying to get out a regular system of communications amongst ourselves so that we all, the people that are in decision-making status, know when something is happening. So just trying to improve our internal communications. That in turn will help us get out the correct information to the public much quicker. That's a subject we do need to speak to our Director of Emergency Management about. Of course, he's very new and we've hit him with a lot of needs very quickly. But that is something that we really need to get him involved in the conversation on. So that's kind of the update of where we're at on that right now.
Okay. From what I remember of the meeting, and you keep me in line here if you would, please, we discussed the fact that there might be a need for someone to be available at odd hours because accidents and emergencies don't happen on schedule. And so we would needed somebody who was available at all hours and somebody who could take information from the first responders and create something, some sort of press release out of it and disseminate it or something, or take the calls from news outlets, something. Anyway, like I said, we haven't solved this. I'm just bringing it up so that we can schedule another meeting in order to discuss it further. If that would be the
I think that would be appropriate. I think what we probably want to do is get Mr. Golden up to date on the conversation and especially have him involved with our sheriff and DPW especially, as those seem to be where our greatest needs are on that, and then have our next meeting. That would be my suggestion.
I just wonder the thoughts of the Public Safety Committee. Are you feeling we need another discussion on this? Anybody have a thought? Okay.
Good, done.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. That's pretty brief. All right, very good. I would ask, I guess, and you tell me if I've gotten the message wrong from the committee, that we might get something in place that we can have another discussion on the matter. I'm going to leave it in unfinished business for a while, just so that we continue to get an update on that, if that's okay with everybody. Okay. Next item is county building security. We are going to do this one in executive session. I would ask that the administrative team, the sheriff representatives, and Director Golden also hang out, and we are going to look for a motion to go into executive session on matters that will imperil the public safety if disclosed. So I'm looking for a motion.
Barnes?
Thank you. Second. Thank you. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.